Hello YouTube. Happy Tuesday. I'm so glad to be able to do our live show this week. I'm still a bit under the weather, so I think we're gonna keep it short. Do the first few shout outs. I know Uncle Al is here. Carrie's Culinary Crafts is here. Sheila Whitson's here. Um Stephanie Barsick is here. It's good to see all of you. Yes, it is really hot outside. I know it's summer in Florida and it's hot, but it just seems hotter than it has in the past. So so I don't know. It just is the heat's draining everyone. I think that's partly why I'm still not feeling well. It's just because of the heat. So hey Cindy, uh Diana's here. So yeah, it's just been really hot. Whatever virus this is, that I caught, it just keeps coming back. Today was not a good day. My physical therapist stopped by and she was like she was did not want me to even do my therapy exercises because it was just too hot, and she said I looked like death warmed over. So I have just been taking it easy and sleeping today, and hopefully I get back on my feet soon. Hey, Glenn's here. It's always good to see you, Glenn. So, yeah, it's just too too stinking hot here to do anything, and it doesn't help that I only have a window air conditioner for my entire house. So it's cranked as low as it'll go. It's trying to keep up, but it just can't. In fact, today I knew I needed something to eat. I had some of those frozen hash brown patties in my freezer, so I decided to air fry a couple of those. And it was so hot in here that I think when I opened the door of my air fryer, it actually set my smoke alarm off, and I'm sure it was just from the heat because there was no smoke, there wasn't any grease or anything on the potatoes. So yeah, I think it was just so hot that when I opened the door of my air fryer and that extra heat came out, it actually set the smoke detector off. But at least I know it works. It was quite loud, and it scared me half to death. Hey, Katie. Uh, right now, my dining room is pretty much open with the rest of the house, so there's not any way I can close that off very easily. It should start to cool off some now that sun is starting to set. So I hope it cools off some. I do have a fan that I keep going in my bedroom. I just have been leaving it on 24/7 because by the time I get ready for bed, my room is cooled down enough that I can sleep comfortably. So um yeah, those it's the feel like temperatures that really wipe you out. So, Salem Jaguars Adventures is here. It's good to see you, Salem. I haven't seen you in a while. So, someone asked on one of my comments if I would go over the different appliances that I use and which ones would be the right one to purchase. And I've been thinking about it, and I think the answer just depends on first the size of your family, the size of your kitchen, if you have countertop real estate. Hey, goat lovers here. Um, and what kind of meals you like to fix. So you've all seen my air fryer and my instant pot. I use both pretty much the same. They asked about a dehydrator. Now, if you have a lot of produce, dehydrating is great. I get when I was going to my food pantry, I was getting a lot of produce from them that I was dehydrating. So I've got to get back there and get so I could get my dehydrator going again. Hey Cindy, welcome. So yeah, I guess the answer to that question is think about first the size of your family because a small basket air fryer, if you're feeding 5 or more people, is not going to work out because you'll have to do everything in batches unless you get one that's an oven style like I have that you can fit more into. Uh, if you don't have a lot of countertop real estate, an Instant Pot might be better because you can do about everything in the Instant Pot. And if you get the Instant Pot Max, you can do small batch canning in pint jars. You can fit 4 pint jars in that, and it has been tested by Instant Pot so that it does get up to the right temperature. I know some people say not to use it, but I've not had any problem with it, so I do use it for for small batch canning if I just have a few things that I have to can. Hey, Lady Prepper. Um, hey, Lori. Yeah, I was feeling better until today. I started not feeling good again. So whatever this bug is, it's just hanging on. So I hope I get rid of it soon. But yeah, the instant pot you can saute, you can do rice. I've done spaghetti all in the instant pot, and it doesn't heat your entire house up when it's so crazy hot like it has been. So the instant pot is great. Uh, the dehydrators are good if you can get to produce that you can dehydrate. So I do love my Kasori dehydrator. It fits a lot of stuff in it, and I until I started having trouble with my leg back in January, I had that going almost 24/7 with stuff. I do like dehydrating cooked rice and cooked spaghetti because it heats up a lot easier. And so I do use my dehydrator a lot for that kind of thing. I have made beef jerky with mine. It comes out wonderful. So it just depends on the things that you like to cook, the size of your family, what your family eats, and what you have access to. So just kind of weigh those things out and decide what'll work best for you. Do some research and see which appliance you could get the most use out of. So let's see. I know November is in the house. Teresa McCune is here. Sven is here. Welcome. It's always good to see you. Chris is here. You're not that late. Oh, thank you so much, pedal pusher. Yes, super chats really help out a lot. They're not necessary, but know that if you do a super chat that it's going to really help me out right now. Um, hey Tessa, yeah, it is getting that time to head back to school. Uh, yeah, Carrie, I wish I could cook outside more. I just don't right now. It's too hot to cook outside. Um, yeah, Lady Prepper, I cooked my spaghetti in my Instant Pot, and then I laid it all out on my dehydrator trays, and then all you have to do is soak it in some warm water, just barely cover it, and it reheats perfect. So just cook it to al dente. You don't want it cooked all the way done. But yeah, you can easily uh rehydrate it during power outages and different things. The same with the rice, and you're basically making your own instant rice without having to fork out the extra money for it in the store. So those two things make it well worthwhile. Uh, yeah, Stephanie, it is kind of. It actually does kind of look like ramen noodles after they're dehydrated. So yeah, you just cover it with some hot water and just let it sit for a couple minutes, and you have spaghetti ready to go. Um, yeah, you're right, Carrie. That's actually what made me start doing that, was so I could put some in my emergency food storage. So yes, that works out really well. Cindy, I want a freeze dryer so bad as well, but yes, they are very expensive. The small ones start at $2,000, and right now that's $2,000 that I don't have. And if I did, there's other stuff I would need to spend it on, like a new air conditioner. So so it, they're expensive, but man, I would love to have a freeze dryer. It looks like, yeah, I did say hi to Glenn earlier. Y'all will have to forgive my mind right now is not at full capacity. Not that it ever was, mind you, but it's less full capacity than it has been because of the heat and not feeling well. But uh, it so yeah, Diane. It Mine went out last year. It was put in the mid 80s, and it just finally gave up last year. And that was 2 years after I was told it was going to go out. And I prayed over that thing every morning when I got up. I'd say, "Please don't go out today. Please keep working." And when it finally started dying, I felt like I was losing a good friend that I'd prayed over for 2 years. So it was quite heartbreaking when it finally gave out. But I finally told it could go, because it was just so heartbreaking hearing it try to keep up and not being able to. It was just too old to even be fixed. So so yeah, that's. Hey, the Orlando Preppers in the house. I'm glad you made it. Trek Mech One is here. Yeah, it's been a rough year, but especially this last week and a half with this virus, it just took me right down and out for the count, and it's still not totally gone. But at least there's days in between that I feel better and can get some things done. Hey, Linda Farrell's in the house. So, so yeah, I think the places that got rain the last couple days cooled down. I think Florida's rainy season is done for the summer. I haven't had any rain in probably a week, and was getting rain every day up until this last week. So yeah, I think we're heading into our dry season, and then it just stays hot and dry until probably December or January when it starts to really cool off. Let's see who all is in the chat. Hey, Carmela, I'm glad you could make it. So yeah, guys, if you could please hit the thumbs up for me, that would really help a lot, and especially if you share the live stream when it's over so people can rewatch it. That helps me more than anything. So I do know that I am getting a few of my subscribers back, so please to make sure that you are still subscribed and getting my notifications. I took a really hard hit last month from YouTube. I don't know if it was from not doing videos or something picked me up and started kicking people out. So just make sure that you are still subscribed. Oh, thanks, Chris. That does help out a lot. So yeah, I think I don't really have a whole lot more to talk about. Let me know what in the comments what you guys are doing if you have kids going back to school. I should be getting ready to head back as a substitute teacher, but I can't right now because of my broken heel bone. And guys, I really didn't like substitute teaching. It just was not for me. The kids had no respect for me or what I was there to do there. There were a few really nice kids, but for the most part, I just hated substitute teaching. Right now, I'm waiting for my disability to come in. I need to call them because I was supposed to have gotten a payment this month and I didn't. So if I wake up feeling okay tomorrow morning, I will call and see what's going on with that. Um, yeah, yeah, November. It was just hard. I never knew what school I was gonna end up in. Maybe if I was at the same school all year long so that the kids would get to know me and know that they couldn't pull stuff on me, it might be a different situation. But just going in to different schools for one day, it just really didn't work out for me. Um, yeah, Amanda, I think so too. Yeah, yeah, Stephanie and kids. I really like the special learning the the E ESC classes, the ESL classes for the slower learning kids. I love those classes, especially the high school ones. Those kids were amazing. The only reason I'm not doing that full time is because I I would have to drive in the dark and I don't see that well to drive at night. So I had to really pick and choose the schools I went to carefully. Uh, hey, David Lynn, Prepper Principal. It's good to see you. So, so yeah, I really like the special needs classes. but those are few and far between. So yeah, I'm just waiting right now for my disability to go through. Uh, let's see. Oh, Edie, that's great. I never thought about looking into maybe substitute teaching for homeschool kids in case a parent is sick or has to work or something. I never thought about trying to do something like that. That might actually work out. Yeah, Amanda. I hear you. Yes. Uh, wow, David, that's awesome. I'm glad you were able to stick it out for that long. So that's great. Um, so yeah, tell me what's going on with you guys. Uh, lem- how are your gardens doing? Two got caught in those the storms yesterday. Tell me what's going on with you guys. Carrie, I will do my best to make it to your live show tomorrow. It will depend on how I'm feeling. Hopefully, I feel a bit better tomorrow. So we'll as long as I'm up to it, I will definitely come over and say hello. Glenn, you are right, not only from the kids, but because of people who shouldn't be in the schools going in is that was the one thing I was really afraid of because I knew if anything happened at any of the schools I was in that I wouldn't be able to protect the kids. So so I really thought long and hard before I even took the job whether I could do that part of it or not. So hey pedal pusher. Wow, I feel bad for the people whose gardens are not working out this year. Linda, that sounds really good. Yeah, David, even substitute teachers can make over $120 a day, if, especially if you take long-term assignments. You can really build that pay up. I just right now I'm just not physically up to doing the job. I wish I was. So yeah, I did make pretty good money the few weeks I was able to actually teach. Oh, that is really good, David. Here in Florida, we don't have certified substitute teachers. Well, I guess some are certified, but mostly we go through Kelly Educational Services, and they'll take any. They took me. They'll take anybody. So yeah, yeah. There's a few that are certified, but most are not. So they can only make up to $120 a day. Let's see. Um, Diane, it it can heat your house up. I think my kitchen where the stove is kind of walled off from the rest of the house, so it only heats up the kitchen part. So I would say try it with just water in your canner and see how hot your kitchen gets before you actually can any food. That way you'll know what you want to do. And it will actually really help you out to get used to using your canner if you just run it with water in it, so you can get used to the sounds and where you need to set your stove before you actually do anything. So that's my suggestion. Yeah, yeah, David, I can see that. Um, yeah, and I'm sure here in Florida they pay Kelly Educational Services to staff all the substitute teachers for Polk County, which is actually a pretty fairly large county, so it does take a lot of organization to get all those substitute positions filled and out the door. So yeah, I can see them paying that much. Um, Renee, it was good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hi, Helming. Welcome. Yes, yeah, I like the casual chatting as well. I really miss everyone when I can't do my weekly live show. Malagra Scott is here. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Um, Let me type out my address. I can't talk and type at the same time, so bear with me. All right, and I will put that my address and my email address in the description box as soon as we're done with the live, so that way you can just go to the description box and it will all be there. Um, Stephanie, I do have uh I don't usually do film a whole week of meals, but I try to put at least 2 or 3 videos of my dinners out when I'm up to it. Right now it's a bit hard for me to film because of the boot on my foot is making cooking a challenge. So I am working out some things, some details how I can do that a little bit easier. Then hopefully I will be able to put more cooking videos out. And of course this last week I was so sick I just pretty much ate soda crackers all week. Is what I've lived on. Um, yeah, except for today when I did the hash brown patties and set the smoke detector off because it threw so much extra heat in the kitchen. Uh, so that was a that scared me a lot when that went off. Goat lover, I haven't yet, but I did see in my email that I have a card there from you, so I know it's there. I just haven't gotten to my box yet. Uh, Hopefully next week I could talk my sister into swinging by the post office after my doctor appointment because it's not all that far from my doctor. But it's mostly on my way home, so I'll see if I could get her to stop. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Truck McQuinn. Yeah, I'm trying to do some creative dinners that I grew up eating. And a part of it right now is just that it's so hot, I don't feel like eating that much, so sometimes I just open a can of soup or, last night I threw a can of peaches in the freezer and let it freeze, that was so good. APA ladies here. Yes, yes, whatever this bug is, it is nasty and it hits hard and it hits fast and it doesn't go away anytime soon. So I just hope you all are staying safe out there and taking care of yourself. Have a good night, Uncle Al. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, I think it's at 7:30. So I think I'm going to start wrapping this up. 'Cause I really wasn't feeling good earlier. I was kinda debating whether to even do the live or not, but I think if we go much longer, I'll be pushing my luck, so, let's see. Yeah, yeah, Glenn, I've actually been thinking about doing a pasta salad for just to keep in the fridge to snack on because I 'cause I'm not eating a whole lot in this heat. So that's actually a good idea. Oh, thank you so much, November. Thanks. Thank you, Pamela, for stopping by, everyone. I hope you have an awesome week. Stay safe out there in those storms if you're in the path of the storms I've been hearing about. So everyone, yeah, just stay safe, take care of yourselves. If you're in the heat, make sure to stay hydrated. Uh, I just really appreciate each and every one of you. So I'm going to close this out by saying be safe, be happy, be blessed, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye.